Hard-fought victory. Really proud of the team's character and the resiliency they showed. Incredible free kick goal by Jasmine was the difference in the match at the end of the day. And yeah, just couldn't be more proud of how the defense played, the whole team. Very hard-fought win.
Any questions?
Daniel Sperry with the Kansas City Star. Maybe any of you guys want to speak to this, but last year you fell short in the college cup semis as well as Duke did. Kind of leaving this matchup winner gets through. What can you maybe look back on from your experience last year that maybe played into getting the result tonight?
Yeah, I can go. I think it's not only last year, but coming here the year before as well. I think having so many of us having that experience of being at 2 college cups, I think now we know exactly what we need to do, and there's so many lessons we've learned from the past games that we've had at the college cup, and just being able to tell the freshmen and integrate them in, and they had some big performances today for us. So I think just helping them and leading them along as a team, and just leaning on all of our past experiences. The coaches have been to many college cups as well, and so this being our 3rd one, I think there's a lot of things that we've learned in the past that we're able to take into this game and this experience, and hopefully we can push even farther than we've gone the past 2 years.
Jasmine, it was an incredible free kick. What were you seeing as what was going through your head as you were lining that up, and did you hit it about as perfectly as you wanted to?
Yeah, I think really what I rely on when I take a free kick is just the knowledge that I've taken 1,000 of these, and it's just one more. It's not any different. I think I saw her cheating a little bit, or the near post was open, and I just thought, let me just try to get it there. But really, it was just like relying on the stuff I had done previously. Nothing special.
And Lisa mentioned your freshman coming in with big moments. Freshman goalkeeper had a couple of really big saves. Coaches, what for you as you see that you have your seniors praising some of these youngsters that came up big for you tonight? How do you feel about how that is integrated? Maybe your culture is integrated through your program.
Yeah, it's something that I always discuss early in the season with our teams, is how important it is to integrate the freshmen as quickly as possible. And I think credit to our seniors, they do a great job of making them feel comfortable and at home at Stanford, and then they can express themselves on the field and perform at a high level. And I thought, Caroline and Elan and Lily, a lot of the freshmen were massive today, and I'm probably missing a few, but they were definitely game changers for us. But it's a credit to our older players that they believe in them too, and encourage them and help them and teach them the standard that we want at Stanford.
Maybe for both you players too. This stadium is the first stadium that was built for a women's professional soccer team. I mean, do you guys feel that and kind of getting to walk around the building? And the last couple of days, what's your experience been like walking around here?
I mean, I think it's just like a really fun place to be. It's incredible to walk out on the field and just see all of our parents lining up the hallways, and then to have the suites and our supporters right there with us. It's amazing, and the field's in amazing condition. So it's just really fun to be able to play here.
Yeah, that was my voice in the game. But yeah, I think the stadium's excellent. All the facilities have been tremendous, and the fact that it was built specifically for women is incredible. And I hope this continues. And it's not only the first, but there's many come after. But yeah, it's been excellent, amazing for the past couple of days. And excited that we get to go out for one more game because the pitch was great. And then the atmosphere was also great with the ECNL tournament also being here, so a lot of young girls getting to come watch the games. I used to watch the College Cup. I was a ball girl at the College Cup when it was at PayPal a long time ago. And so it's cool to see that as well.
Kathleen Geyer from the 9 Sports. Lise, what kind of messages are you guys passing along to freshmen as you kind of come into this College Cup? When you talk about the value of the experience, what are you passing along in those moments?
I think we just try to instill confidence in them to begin with. I think, like Paul was saying, Burkle playing as a freshman goalkeeper, that could be a position that is very stressful and maybe nerve-wracking these big moments, and especially when it's cold out there, she's just standing there, doesn't really get to run, and then she came up huge with some big saves and big moments, and I back her anytime. And so I think we just try to pass on anything. If they have any questions about literally anything about the preparation, what happens before the game, what happens in media day, literally anything that we can help them with, we'd love to. And I think we've been talking a lot about how we've been here before and we don't just want to come here to have a fun experience, but this is a business trip for us and we've worked so hard in the off season and this whole preseason and the season leading up to this that we didn't just want to just come here and have a fun experience. We want to have a fun time, but win some games while we're doing that as well.
Victor here from Top Florida Soccer. Hello again. I have a question for each of you. I'll start with you, Luis. So today it felt like you really showcased multiple facets of your game, from your passing range to your positioning, to your leadership and communication. What aspect of your game do you feel has grown the most since you stepped in as a freshman to where you are now today?
Sorry, it's really bad at games. First off, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think my leadership and talking has definitely grown in confidence. And we do have a lot of young players out there. Our back line is a freshman keeper, and then we have a couple freshmen and then some sophomores in there as well. So just leading, and again, like I said before, those past experiences that I've had and being able to communicate out there and reading things and anticipating things before they happen, and how I can organize the midfield in front of me to help them see players. Duke was playing with 5 up top, and so we're outnumbered, and so how can we help our midfield like screen and pass off players in there. So I think my leadership and how vocal I can be to help the team has grown a lot since I was a freshman.
Awesome. Jasmine, congrats again. Going into a big game like Monday night, you delivered every single time so far throughout your career. What's your mindset going into a final like that?
This might differ for some people, but for me, like, I always go into every single, I'll tell you, little game in practice like it's like the end of the world. So it's gonna be the same mindset of it's just another game for me, because in every game I'm like always just hyped to the max. So just really excited to get out there one more time with the girls and yeah, play my last game as a college player.
Awesome. And then coach, one player that really stood out today was Elon Wing in the midfield there. What's it like to have a freshman show that level of composure and maturity, and what does it allow you guys to do tactically as a team?
Yeah, it's incredible. I feel so fortunate to be at a university like Stanford where we can attract the top players in the country, and Elan's one of the top players in the country, and she has grown so much this season. But yeah, tactically she really helps us because she settles things down. She has composure on the ball. Her vision is really good, and she really gets our play going, our flow going. And just her character overall, it's hard. These are hard games, and when you're younger, it's difficult to deal with all that stress. And Elan deals with it very well and really enjoys it. She looks like she's having a fun time out there. Every time I talk to her after a game, she's like, "That was so much fun," a big smile on her face. So super proud of Elan, and obviously Jasmine and Elise. They've been great leaders to make Elan feel comfortable in there and able to dominate.
And follow up for you, we saw the video that came out today with the hair. You guys win Monday if you're coming back.
Yeah, I should grow it out if I can still grow it out. Yeah, all the girls are giving me a hard time about that. And I tried to explain to them that was the fashion back then. The mullet was in.
Thank you.
Questions back? Coach, Jabril Sauce, KCSU Stanford. Another game coming up against a program you've become increasingly familiar with over the last few years in Florida State. What has stood out to you about those games? And speaking of your experience in past national title games, what has ended up deciding those national title games?
Yeah, really good question. Florida State's a very strong program, so it's going to be a challenging match for us. I do always say it's about imposing your will in the final games. Both teams have so much talent, and it's going to be just a few moments. Like tonight was probably a moment with the free kick that separated us from them. So yeah, we're going to have to play a strong match. We have to show our character, and then when we get those critical moments, we got to execute and capitalize on them.
Anyone else?
So we love the 5 wins. My question is for any of the 3 of you. Obviously, we see what goes into the games to get to this point, but what was a moment off the field this season where you looked at each other and said, "We're going to be playing in December"?
this might be a weird answer, but after we lost to UCLA and then tied Clemson, I think our post-game talk after Clemson was like, and the talks we had after that up into like Pitt, just very much, you know, really thinking about how much it takes to get to a Final Four, and we had that experience and we knew that we had to step it up, and I think that's been a turning point in our season, so yeah.
And for me, I know early when it's a really competitive group, and I think Elise and Jazzy create a really positive, competitive environment, and that's the key, because there's like kind of an electricity at our training sessions as there is in games. You have to have that competitive spirit. So I think early on, I realized this is a really special team, and they've continued to grow and keep that competitive spirit going.
Anybody else?
Connor Whitehill, also with KZSU. Question for Coach. I noticed that you were mixing up the wing play a lot, bringing in Ali Montoya off the bench, moving Andrea Quijada to the right wing. What was the logic behind the decision of kind of mixing up where those players were attacking from?
Yeah, well, honestly, we have a great luxury of some amazing wing players. Ali Montoya is a very special player. So whenever we can get her on the field, she's going to be a difference maker, and I thought she was fantastic tonight. And then we got to keep people fresh. It's hard work out there on the wing. There's a lot of ground to cover. So I think we were just trying to change up different matchups and then keep people fresh. And Eleanor was outstanding. Andrea Quijada was outstanding. All of our wingers that went in, I thought were really impactful.
Thank you. And then for Elise and Jasmine, I know you mentioned that you treat every game like it's the end of the world, but getting another draw in the championship against Florida State, do you use 2023 as fuel and treat it like another special game, or are you just going in with the same mindset, the same level of preparation, or is it an extra special matchup for you?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be lying if I said I don't think about it, but again, I think it's really just about keeping our composure and going into it just like we have been. It's been working out really well for us so far, so we just need to, like Paul said, impose our will and really stay together for the last game.
Congrats, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One more? No? Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you,